Real war is in your bank account. It's in your rent, your grocery bill, the feeling most people are walking around with right now. That no matter how hard they work, the gap between what their life costs and what they actually have keeps getting wider. I've been in the Navy 21 years. I know what instability looks like before it has a name. What I'm watching in people's daily lives now, that's not an accident. The system is not broken. I need you to hear that clearly. The system is not broken. It is working exactly as it was designed to work. What it's designed to do is keep you inside it, keep you borrowing, keep you dependent, keep you one missed paycheck away from a decision you don't want to make. Because a person in that position doesn't organize, doesn't ask questions. They just work, consume, fall behind, and start over. They need you stressed enough to be manageable, not so destroyed you revolt. Right in the middle, busy, distracted, convinced the only way forward is through them. And it worked for a long time on most of us. Meanwhile, the entire time, the people running that system has been operating by a completely different set of rules. Congressional members trading stocks on classified information before legislation went public. Political appointments handed to whoever delivered the right constituency. Billions spent every year, not on products, not on services, on access, on proximity, on being the one in the room when the rules get written. That's not capitalism. That's not the open market they told us we were all competing in equally. That's bartering at the highest level by the people who told the rest of us that bartering was primitive. They never stopped doing it. They just made sure the rest of us forgot that we could. So let me tell you what World War III actually looks like at ground level. It looks like the generation that did everything right, went to school, got the job, bought the house, and still can't get ahead. Not because they failed, because the math was never built in their favor and nobody told them. It looks like communities that used to take care of each other being replaced by platforms that charge a percentage of every interaction and call it connection. It looks like people so financially stretched, they can't afford to trust anyone because every relationship has a transaction attached to it. Every transaction has a fee, and every fee goes to someone who produced nothing. The most effective war ever waged against working people wasn't fought with bombs. It was fought by separating them from each other, by making competition the only acceptable relationship between neighbors, by pricing community out of existence, one monthly obligation at a time, until people forgot there was ever another way to live. That's the war. It's been running for decades. Most people are losing it without knowing they're in it. Some people figured it out. Not a lot, but they're out there. And what they're doing doesn't look like resistance. It looks like building. They stopped asking the system for permission. Stop waiting for conditions to be right. Stop trying to afford a life built on someone else's terms and started designing one built on theirs. They found each other. People with skills who needed access. People with land who needed capital. People with knowledge who needed labor. People who looked at what they actually had, not what they were told they were supposed to have, and said, I can work with this. Who else can work with this? That's not a new idea. That's the oldest idea there is. Seneca Village built churches, schools, and real homes in the middle of Manhattan with nothing but land, labor, and a belief in each other. Deerfield, Colorado turned land everyone said was worthless into the most successful black farming community in the country. Greenwood built 108 businesses, hospitals, law offices, a whole economy inside a system that never intended them to have one. Every single one of those communities was more resilient than the system that came for them. And everyone left a blueprint. It's what I'm building in Georgia. A piece of farmland, a luxury RV pad, a partnership with the man who builds with his hands while I navigate the financial structure. We traded value instead of moving money through a system designed to take a cut of everything. He brought the land and the trades network. I brought the deal structure and the capital for the infrastructure we both needed. Neither one of us asked permission. I learned that model on the water. 21 years watching the Navy ship function because every rate traded what they had for what the mission needed. No invoices, no negotiations, just contributions in exchange for contributions. It works under conditions that breaks everything else. It works on land too. The world is reorganizing. The instability is real. The pressure people are feeling is real. But the response, the actual response that works, has never been individual. It's always been community. And the community that doesn't need a system is the one thing the system cannot absorb. They burned Greenwood to the ground. They took Seneca Village for the park. They droughted out Deerfield because they understood something we forgot. People who build together, who trade what they have, who trust each other, who don't need permission to create something real, those people are ungovernable. So build something ungovernable, not alone, not through a platform, with people who show up with skills, who trade skills for skills, with the land that produces something, with trust built over time. That's what we're doing out here. Follow it.
Dun 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 dun.